Good evening and welcome to the Rattler Up Network. You're looking live at the Rattler Baseball Stadium for tonight's matchup between the San Marcos Rattlers and the Medina Valley Panthers. I'm CJ Odom, and join me, as always, is Creek and his Creek. Welcome to your first baseball game here on the Rattler Up Network.
Yes, we're excited to be here. Can't wait for this matchup.
All right, so we are bringing live baseball to you here on the Rattler Up Network, and a good matchup today, Creek, as the Medina Valley Panthers are in town to take on the Rattlers. And so as we look first here as the Panthers will start off with their starting lineup, but they are going to be facing pitcher number 5, Andrew Wilson. So what can you tell us about Andrew so far in this early season, Creek?
Yeah, Andrew Wilson been great on the mound. Averages 3.1 innings pitched a game. He has a win and an ERA of 2.1 so far this season.
Yeah, Andrew's going to be making his second start of the season, and he'll face a lineup starting off with their center fielder Easton Lang will be leading off for the Panthers. The Panthers come in undefeated so far, 5-0. Their last game was a 10-0, 10-run rule game against Madison. And so the Rattlers will be here with a 4-1 record. Their first taste of action was just this past weekend at the Westlake tournament. But it looks like they did very, very well there at Westlake Creek.
Yeah, they certainly did. A 4-1 record against some of the top players in the state. Super impressive, but Medina Valley being 5-0 will definitely provide them with a great matchup.
Yeah, Medina Valley in town that really stretch their muscles a little bit, right? Anytime you come in, you want to get the best opposition you can. They have a lot of the same philosophy as Coach Webb. Like, hey, these pre-district games, let's play the absolute hardest schedule that we possibly can to get ourselves ready for district. And so we should have a great one here tonight here at Rattler Stadium. And again, we're excited to be here live broadcasting as a part of the CTE digital communications program. This was we're back home, Creek. This is our pilot last year. We tested by doing it with the baseball program this last year. It worked. And now this year we've been able to do baseball. We're going to do softball. We did soccer. We've got girls soccer tomorrow night. And so really just an opportunity to do a whole bunch of stuff and bring all the live action here to you on the Rattler Up Network.
Yeah, it's so cool to just take that huge step up.
All right, well, leading off for the Medina Valley Panthers here, the center fielder, number 11, Easton Lang. He'll lean in there and take a strike for the first pitch. 0-1 to start him off. All right, here's the pitch. Down he catches the inside corner, so Lang falls behind 0-2 early on.
Yeah, quick 0-2 start.
Lang, one of the top hitters for Medina Valley. He's been doing the most damage, 636 average for this early season. Here comes the 0-2. He fouls that one off. We'll stay 0-2. Makes it all the way over to the Rattler softball field where our girls are preparing for their season.
Yeah, this is Easton Lang up on the mound. Leads the team with 8 runs this year so far.
So he's the guy that we definitely don't want on to start a game because he's shown he can come around. As that ball's hit to third, ranges over. The throw over just not there. Derek Nunez at third, and Viatric not able to come up with it over there. The ball took him off the mound. And so Lang will advance to second. And unfortunately, he is going to get on to start the inning.
Yeah, the costly error moves him down to second and in the scoring position.
Ball was fielded cleanly, but the ball just the throw was off to the left, or I guess to Cole's right. Took Cole off the bag there. So the Panthers are going to start with a runner at second. Their DH, number 15, Trip Robbins, will be the batter. Wilson checking second. And the pitch. This is low for a ball.
That's his first ball throw in all game.
So Robbins will dig back in here. So a chance to get some early runs in what I would think might be a low-scoring game, kind of predicting by some of the pitching that we've seen from this team. So these teams so far, 1-1 the count.
Yeah, speaking of that, Medina Valley only allowed 6 runs so far this year.
Yeah, through 5 games. That's incredible. And they've put up 31.
Yeah, so a huge scoring difference for the Medina Valley Panthers.
That curveball misses on the outside, ball 2. Yeah, Medina Valley is definitely stingy with the runs for sure. And so runs are going to be hard to come by. So again, these early opportunities are something you really want to clamp down on. Runner on second, 2-1 the count. That one misses outside, ball 3.
3-1 count for Trip Robbins, who so far has a .583 batting average for the Panthers.
So he's got an opportunity, probably a green light here, 3-1. So he's got a pitch to burn if he wants to chase something bad here. He does take a swing there and fouls it off. He's going to load the count 3-2. Of course, second batter of the first inning is far too early to say it's an important at bat. But
yeah,
you got a full count with the second batter, runner at second. It'd be nice to eat away at this a little bit and not get into too much trouble, because letting this one on could really make this first inning a bad turn for the Rattlers.
Yeah, it could definitely make it challenging for the Rattlers.
And that one misses, so it is going to be a walk. Robbins goes to first, and the first two runners are on for the Panthers, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Logan Pargas.
Logan Pargas averaging a .429 batting average so far this year.
He's got two runners on and a chance to stake an early lead for the Panthers. Squares around a bunt. It's pitches there. He takes the strike, 0-1. So again, Medina Valley willing to play some small ball here. They got two runners on, and he's looking to possibly bunt those runners over into scoring position and make this an opportunistic inning for the Panthers.
Yeah, the Rattlers, you do not want a bases loaded opportunity.
All right, that pitch misses up and in to even the count at 1-1. So Lang away from second, Robbins away from first. Wilson gets the signs and he steps off. Didn't like what he saw there, maybe. He's talking to his middle infield. They want to definitely keep Lang close. I think Lang does have some speed, so they got to be careful of him taking off here. Panthers have played their hand. We know they're looking to bunt some guys over. So the Rattlers defense throw over to first, not in time.
Yeah, I tried to get a quick pick off to get that first out.
And it was a good move there, too, because the shortstop and the second baseman broke for the second base bag, kind of drew the attention over there. But Wilson stepped off and actually threw back to first, hoping to catch that runner sleeping. Good throw, good play, but the Panthers are ready. That pitch misses away for a ball. Wilson continuing to keep an eye on his second base runner there. Vargas likely to square around again, 2-1 count. No, he holds off. He lets that pitch go outside. So 3-1 now.
Yeah,
Wilson falls behind again on this batter. Right. And here's the 3-1. And that one misses outside. And unfortunately, that's another base runner. So the bases are loaded for the Panthers to start the first. Creek, this is about exactly how you want our first inning to go, correct?
Yeah, this is exactly what they were dreaming for if you're the Rattlers.
Well, if you follow the Rattlers for any amount of time, a Coach Webb coached team, as the Panthers send up their right fielder, Reese Hatcher, now with the bases loaded, no outs. It's not to worry about pressure situations. We've seen the Rattlers not worry about situations like this. There's that opening pitch, misses outside for a ball. Too often, the Rattlers found themselves behind, tough innings, and they just rally. A come from behind victory is not a rarity here at Rattler Field, for sure. That ball's popped up in the air, drifting toward the left field side. Juan Munoz, the shortstop, under it, calls it, makes the out. Runners cannot advance, so that's a huge first out.
Yeah, that's a nice grab there by Juan.
And now a double play gets you out of the inning, and you don't get any runs on the board. That would be huge, right?
Yeah, that would be the perfect scenario for the Rattlers. And like you were saying, the Rattlers, no stranger to close games, as they only have a 40-37 run difference. And they've been known to keep clawing into games.
And that ball is hit right to short, over to third for one. They take the force at third. It does allow the run to score. That was Miguel Gonzalez, the third baseman for the Panthers. So he'll reach base on a fielder's choice. They get Robbins at third for the second out of the inning. Logan Pargas advances to second, but the Rattlers give up a run, but they have 2 outs now and an opportunity to get out of it. So, yeah, that they'll face the first baseman, Ryan Blair. You figure with bases loaded and no outs, if you can get out of it with just 1 run given up, you're probably sitting pretty. That ball hit into right field. It drops. Unfortunately, it was tough in the sun for Jack Vasquez. 1 run is going to come around. Another run coming around third. He's going to score.
Yeah,
Ryan Blair holds up at second. So unfortunately, 2 runs come around for the Panthers, and they take the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, the sun is beaming over there on Jack Vasquez. The sun must have gotten in his eyes, caused for a tough catch, and it just slips right past him.
Yeah, that was it goes as an error, unfortunately, in the scorebook. But if you're familiar with Rattler Field here, that sun is just beating right down in the right fielder. And even right off the bat, you could tell Jack had a hard time seeing if he could make that play. And it just dropped right in front of him and took a terrible bounce. It's going to bring up the catcher for the Panthers, Johnny Guzman, with a runner at second, 2 outs. Panthers have been able to put 3 on the board early here against the Rattlers. That pitch is there for a strike. And Creek, you and I even feel it here in the press box. I mean, the sun's right on our necks, right? Mm-hmm. And so I could tell the center fielder and the right fielder, and to some extent even the first baseman. You can see Cole Viatric has his glove up in his face, trying to make sure he can see as well. That ball up above the head for a ball, 1-1.
Yeah, the sun is a problem for everyone on that field.
Just by an estimation, that sun will sink right behind the student activity center, maybe here in about a half inning or so. So hopefully we'll get some sun in some Panthers right fielders' eyes, at least in the bottom of the first before the sun goes down all the way.
Yeah, hopefully the sun won't be a problem anymore for the Rattlers.
Ground ball to third. Derek Nunez is on it. The throw to first is there, and that will retire the inning. But the Panthers strike first. They get 3 runs in the inning, and they'll take an early 3-0 lead. And we're going to stay with you here on the Rattler Up Network as we head into the bottom of the first. Opportunity to talk a little shop. So the Rattlers, this is their first time we get to see them on the line. They're gonna send up center fielder Elijah Ramirez in second. They're gonna send up their second baseman Charlie Helgeson, and the third spot right fielder Jack Vasquez. So Creek, again, you go down 3-0 in the top of the first. Sometimes it's like, oh man, what are we gonna do here? But this is just I can't imagine there's a worried bone in the Rattler dugout if I know a Coach Webb team.
Yeah, Coach Webb team will not let this bad start get ahead of them. They are going to stay in this game, and they are going to work through that little slip-ups. It wasn't necessarily bad plays. It was slip-ups and little things that they can get right and adjust to.
Yeah, and it's exactly this is what the pre-district season is for, right? This is exactly what it's for. That you get get the bugs out.
Yeah,
this is only game 7 for the Rattlers. The first game at home, as a matter of fact, it wasn't just a scrimmage. So they went into that Westlake tournament. Like you mentioned, they went 4-1-1. Big win, especially the final game of that tournament, a 9-8 win against Westlake, right? That had a lot of people talking. So there's no doubt the Rattlers have the tools. Again, like you mentioned, scored 40 runs this season.
Yeah.
So we're not sweating 3, but it certainly doesn't feel good to put the 3 runs up to start.
Yeah.
So for the Panthers, number 21, Jacob Zimmerly will be the pitcher starting off. He's pitched 5.2 innings so far this season with a 3.71 ERA.
Yeah, faced a total of 23 batters and has a team-high 9 strikeouts. And also only allowed 1 base on ball so far.
Yeah, so he's got command. And I think that was really Wilson's issue there in the first. He was not finding the zone. Going to get settled in. We've seen Wilson from last year. I've seen him come back in second inning. He's just throwing nothing but strikes, right? Just get settled in. No problem at all. And so hopefully that'll happen here as that ball sails wide. So catcher lets one loose into center field. Looks like it's going to get all the way to the fence, as a matter of fact.
Let's hope that happens in this inning.
Yeah, let's get some runners on and let that happen for us here in the bottom of the first. All right, so we head into the bottom of the first, the Rattler half of the inning here live on the Rattler Up Network, a CTE digital communications production. And leading off for the Rattlers will be the center fielder, Elijah Ramirez.
Yeah, Elijah Ramirez so far a team-high 8 hits, so he's no stranger to getting on base, and that's exactly what the Rattlers should be looking for here.
Yeah, he's definitely earned his spot here at the top of the lineup, and here's the first pitch of the inning. That one is there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. That one misses high. Evens the count at 1-1. And that one misses outside. So Ramirez ahead 2-1 now. He'll have his opportunity to select exactly what he wants to hit here.
Yeah, there's no need to rush this hit and take the time, take the pitches, and find the one you like.
The 2-1. Trying to curve that one back in, but missed. Ball 3.
Well, I was looking for an early walk here if he can get it.
Yeah, he'll be patient here. He's more than willing to do that for sure. Yeah, I think he had take all the way there as he lets that one go for a 3-2 count. So now he'll definitely be looking to see what he can get a bat on here and get himself on base to get us started here in the first. Here's the 3-2. That ball's driven into right field. Right fielder for the Panthers on it, and Reese Hatcher comes up with it.
Yeah, that was a great play by Reese Hatcher. That sun's still beaming right in that pocket over there.
I think it's a little less sun than our guy
less
had,
now.
though.
It's starting to go over the building. See it.
I don't think it was fair. I think the sun was in Jack Vasquez's eyes a lot more.
Yeah,
but okay, great catch by Reese Hatcher. We'll give it up to him. Great job.
Yeah, they paid the sun to get in our eyes, not theirs.
All right, so first out of the inning, and that pitch is a strike to second baseman Charlie Hegelson. We apologize. We're stuck on this one camera. We've got some camera issues we're working out here to make sure that we can get you the full action. We'll get those squared away here to our student production on the Rattler Up Network as Helgeson falls behind 0-2. Helgeson looks in, and here's the pitch. He tries to check his swing. Looks like he went, though, and that's going to be a strikeout.
For Helgeson.
Helgeson, again, he didn't like what he saw, but he tried to check his swing, just couldn't do it. And he gets the second out of the inning. So now batting for the Rattlers, number 6 right fielder Jack Vasquez.
Jack Vasquez has a team high of a .545 batting average and also leads the team in runs with a whopping 6.
All right, we've lost cameras. We'll get you back online here in a minute. But Creek and I can let you know what happened. First pitch was a strike, so Vasquez is in an 0-1 count. And he hits that one to second base. He's racing down the line. The throw over is going to be in time for the out. So the third out of the inning is retired, and the Rattlers go 3 up, 3 down. So we've played one inning here at Rattler Field, and it is the Rattlers are down 3-0, and we'll continue to keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. So we're going to continue to work on getting those cameras back for you as the Rattlers take the field for the top half of the second. Well, behind the scenes here at Creek, we know we've got students operating cameras, making graphics, producing, directing, all under the watch fly of Coach Wack. And he's down there in our booth. It's kind of, if you ever come out to Rattler Stadium, you actually now see the students in action, right? We've got the booth down there, which is cool to see all the computers and all the hookups.
Yeah, I was able to help set that all up and tried to learn a little bit of what it actually does. I know it's not our forte, but
yeah, Creek and I's job is to talk while the incredibly brilliant other students of the San Marcos CTE Digital Communications Program push the buttons and maneuver all the dials to make this look good. But Creek, you've got a pretty good understanding of how a lot of that goes on, certainly more than me.
Oh, yeah. It took a while. I had to do a couple trips around the building and got to see parts of the school I've never seen before.
Well, we're going to go ahead and just continue on here as the Rattlers warm up, getting ready to go to the top half of the second. We certainly hope Wilson will settle in and find his command, something I definitely think we can see. I've seen it before. He's throwing good there, and that throw down to second looks good. So I think the Rattlers are ready to go, and we're ready to start the top half of the second. And for the Panthers, their left fielder, Alano Jaramillo, will lead off. Panthers were able to put up 3 in the first.
Alano with a .400 batting average.
All right, so here's the first pitch of the top half of the second inning. And a swing and a miss for a strike, so we're off to a good start, 0-1.
Yeah, that's what you want to see from Andrew Wilson. Try and get settled, try and get him swinging, get him to reach.
Well, and you look back on that first inning, and the Panthers actually did not get a hit in the inning. It was a combination of, and that pitch is there, 0-2, combination of a couple of errors, a couple of walks, and things just fell in place for the Panthers. But that's the kind of thing that happens pre-district. Like we said, if Wilson settles in here, I think that we'll be in good condition. So that one misses for a ball, 1-2.
Yeah, we should definitely be in good condition. Just got to get his head locked into where his arm is.
Likes the sign and delivers. That one was low. Ball 2 evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Romeo swung and missed at that first one. He's kind of sitting waiting for what exactly he likes here. He fouls that one off, so we'll go 2-2 again. The sun has set here at Rattler Stadium. Flags are slightly fluttering, so not a lot of wind in the forecast, and not enough to really affect play here. Yeah. That ball is hit up the middle for a base hit. So Jaramillo reaches for the first hit of the game. Center fielder Elijah Ramirez sends it back in, and that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter for the Panthers, second baseman Sean Anderson.
Now at the bottom of the list for the Panthers.
Throw over to first. Not in time. Ball gets away. He's going to go for second. Could be a throw to second to get him, but it's not there. LA falls off the bag, and he's gone at second. So the Rattlers catch a break. He advances on a missed throw on the pickoff, but then he kind of slides past the bag, can't get back in time. And Charlie Helgelson and Juan Munoz worked that middle ground perfect to get that first out of the inning. So the bases are cleared out.
That one, ball 1, will be a little bit outside.
Into the windup and the pitch. Finds the inside part, 2-0. So if you're gonna allow the runner, at least we can go and get him out on the plate and get him out at the base paths a little bit later on, right?
Yep.
Pitch is there for a strike, 2-1. Waiting on deck is their leadoff hitter, center fielder Easton Lang. He came around and scored last inning. Batter does not check his swing. The pitch was there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, Wilson definitely with a lot more control this inning. As that ball is fouled off, we'll do 2-2 again. But yeah, he's definitely in just these first 2 batters. You can see he's settled in. Might be some first time home kind of jitters potentially, right? That probably goes for the whole team.
Yeah, you've got to find your groove. Only played 1 tournament so far. It's only 1 other day of action.
Well, he finds the hole on the left-hand side and gets the base hit, unfortunately. So Anderson reaches, and it'll turn the Panthers over to the top of their lineup. Number 11, center fielder Easton Lang. Easton reached on an error by the third baseman in the first, came around to score. Looking to do that again.
Yeah, Lang had the Panthers' first points of the game.
Like you mentioned, leads the team with 8 runs, now 9 runs now after the first inning.
But now, like the Rattlers, there's no sun out there.
No, the sun is leveled out. The lights are on. It's a beautiful day here at Rattler Field. If you get a chance, we know you're watching here on the Rattler Up Network, and we certainly appreciate that. But we also encourage you to come out live. There's nothing better than live baseball. And it is a beautiful night for it tonight. Almost a little chilly. I think some people would like that throw over to first, not in time. But certainly not the heat that we will get in the coming months during the baseball and softball season, right?
This is the perfect weather for baseball right now. You're not that sweltering hot and not cold. It's perfect out.
All right, here's the 1-0. I think that might have been high for 2 balls and no strikes. We want to thank Cavender Nissan, one of our top sponsors out here at Rattler Field. So many great things that these baseball players in this field are able to do and accomplish thanks to sponsors like Cavender Nissan. So we really appreciate them. Here's the 2-0. That one's there for a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1. That one misses inside, but it's gobbled up by Colson Giese. Great catch there behind the plate to not allow that one to get by.
Yeah, smart veteran play there by Giese.
Makes it 3-1. 1 out in the inning. Runner at first. Wilson gets the sign. Here's the 3-1. And that one just misses for a ball that's going to put the runner on first. It advances Anderson to second. And that'll bring up the DH, Trip Robbins. Tripp reached base on a walk in the first, but he was retired on a ground ball to short later in the inning. Has 2 runners on, so a chance to drive some runs in here for the Panthers and extend that 3-0 lead.
Tripp took a full count last time he was up there. Seems to do that again, taking that first ball.
Yeah, he's certainly willing to sit up there and wait for the pitch he wants to see for sure. Here's the 0-1. The throw back to second keeps the runner honest.
Yeah, keeping those runners honest, making them stay put.
Yeah, I know every little step counts. You don't want to let them get out ahead. Viatric at first is playing back near the grass. That curveball misses away, evens the count at 1-1. So Rattlers fail to get the double play here. Logan Vargas will be up for the Panthers. That one's up, so ball 2. Shortstop and second baseman certainly communicating with Wilson, making sure to keep the runner close at second.
Yeah, good communication going on there.
Wilson checks the runner and delivers. Misses outside. 3 balls and a strike. He went 3-1 to Lang in the last at bat. He's at 3-1 here, so he's going to have to find that zone. Of course, that's dangerous with a guy like Trip Robbins. Now ball's hit to second. Double play depth out at second. The throw to first got him. So Helgeson to Munoz to Viatric gets the Rattlers out of the inning. Double play. So we played 1.5, and it is 3-0 Panthers as we go to commercial break. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. We are back at Rattler Field for the Medina Valley Panthers taking on the San Marcos Rattlers. We're headed to the bottom of the second, but we want to take a chance here. We didn't get to do it in the first, but we want to show you the starting lineups. We have the graphic ready to go for the San Marcos starting lineups, and you'll see exactly who to welcome to Rattler Nation here. And then that starting lineup, we got to see Elijah Ramirez, Charlie Helgeson, and Jack Vasquez in the first. And you'll see here now leading off the second will be pitcher Andrew Wilson, followed by Munoz, Giese, Viatric, Nunez, and Munoz. So those starting lineups brought to you by our digital communications department here at San Marcos High School. So first pitch misses to Andrew Wilson. So a chance for Andrew to help his own cause here, right?
Yeah.
He's doing what he can at the mound there, and now it's a chance for him to get himself on base and get the Rattlers started.
Yeah, pitching on one side, hitting on the other.
Takes that pitch for a strike, 1-1. Andrew been one of the more promising bats here for the Rattlers for sure. So this is somebody that there's a lot to say about what he's been doing so far early in the season at the plate.
Yeah, Wilson leads in many categories for the Rattlers, including time on base, slugging percentage, tied with the most RBIs.
That ball hit up the middle. Shortstop diving, comes up with it, but will not be able to make the play. So Wilson reaches and gets the first base runner for the Rattlers. That's exactly what we want to start. So just as you were telling all the great things he's done statistically, he A-pads the stats. Great job by Andrew there to lead us off here in the second. That'll bring up left fielder Landon Munoz. So we'll come back and fill him in on Wilson for sure, but tell us a little bit about what Landon's been up to this early part of the season.
Yeah, Landon Munoz been great for the Rattlers. Leads the team with stolen bases with 2, also with a .278 batting average.
Yeah, we definitely want to get him on base, right? When he gets on, he can extend that. He can get extra bases.
He's great at doing that, extending the bases. Just got to get him on there.
Takes a ball. 1-0. Wilson's getting a pretty healthy lead over there at first base.
Yeah,
you wonder if he may, want to be taken out too. Yeah. Here's the 1-0 to Munoz. That one's in the dirt for a ball. 2-0.
See if Wilson wants to take a page out of Munoz's book, try and steal.
And you definitely want to get out of this double play if at all possible, right? And not waste that leadoff base runner. Catcher Colson Giese on deck for the Rattlers as the inning continues. That ball's hit off into right field, but it's going to drift foul. Headed toward Toyota Rattler Stadium, where we will be tomorrow night. If you're watching live, we'll have girls soccer live here on the Rattler Up Network. Our first opportunity to showcase the girls soccer team. So we're excited about doing that. Throw over to first, not there.
Just talking about that leadoff, trying to pick him off.
Yeah, I think they noticed it too, right there.
Yeah, not just up here in the booth, we're seeing it.
Yeah, they saw it as well. All right, 2-1 now as Landon settles in. Lets that one go up high, ball 3. Interesting here now. On the one hand, you get the green light thinking you're probably going to see a strike. Let's take a shot at it. Or also, like we talked before the game, sometimes laying off and taking pitches is the way to go, right?
Yeah. Just batter's preference here.
Be interesting to see what Landon does here with a 3-1 count. He turns on an inside pitch and drives it to center field. Easton Lang is under it, and he's got it for the out. So Wilson will have to return to first. That pitch was coming inside. He did a good job of turning on it, but just got a little bit underneath it, which got it in the air. And Easton Lang for the Panthers able to make the catch for first out of the inning. It'll bring up catcher Colson Giese. Giese more than capable of bringing that runner in. He was a hot hand last year. Veteran for this Rattler team so far. That pitch misses for a ball.
Yeah, Giese, a leader on this team. 3 hits so far. One of the leaders on the team. Averages 300.
Pitcher gets signs and the pitch. Swing and a miss for a strike. 1-1. Giese had a rip on that one. Just could not make the contact. Wilson continues to press his luck over at first base. I like the lead he's getting. He's trying to be aggressive, trying to get the Rattlers moving here in the second. A lot of baseball to be played, but huge if we can take advantage of this opportunity getting the leadoff hitter on. He is going. Head down to second. Throw down. Gets away. I think he had it beat anyway. So a stolen base for Andrew Wilson. And you had to believe the way he was getting that lead, he was just looking for his opportunity. And he took a great job there. Andrew Wilson makes it down to second. So now Giese will be ahead in the count 2-1 and a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, finally got in that blind spot and took full advantage of it.
Yeah, Wilson, though, it looks like tweaked a little something on the slide. Coach is out to check him now just to make sure.
All right.
especially early in the season like this. You don't want to take any chances, right?
No.
Coach Gonzalez and Coach Cogdill making sure that he's okay. He waves him off, says, I got this, coach. I got to run the score.
Yeah, you've got to be ready for district. That little issue is no problem for him.
Yeah, so Colty Giese will step back into the plate. 2-1 the count. Runner in second, 1 out. Panthers lead 3-0. That one misses outside, so Giese now 3-1.
Same predicament you're talking about earlier.
Yeah.
See if you take the swing on the green light or try and take this pitch, try and get on base.
Yeah, Zimmerle's fallen behind 3-1 on 2 out of bats now. He got the fly ball in the last guy. Let's see what he does with Giese. I like the green light for Giese here.
Yeah, Giese green light.
He goes ahead and takes it. 4-0 ball. That is going to get 2 runners on. So Giese let that inside pitch go. Really the same pitch I think that Landon saw. I don't know. Of course, I don't know what the call was. He may have been instructed to stay off or stay on. I'm not sure, but he's going to step off for a pinch runner. So number 21, Nathan Velasquez will take his place on the base paths. That'll allow Giese to come in, get that catcher's gear on, and extend that speed on the bases. So 1 out for Kolviatric, first baseman, 2 runners on, 1 out. And a pitch outside for a ball. Ahead the count early, and this is you see the difference in the first, and 3 up, 3 down for the Panthers in the first, but he's fallen behind almost every batter so far, and has kind of had to work his way back into it. That's a swing and a miss.
Yeah,
Strike one.
Big trend of trying to work back into the count.
Yeah, Zimmerle is lost a little bit of control. Rattler's finally getting something moving here. Cole took a big swing there, man. That was, if he makes contact, that was going to go a good distance.
Yeah,
evens the count though, 1-1.
That made contact. We got to watch out for our camera crew in the outfield.
Here's the 1-1. He gets a hold of that one. He bloops it into center field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Runners had to kind of hold to make sure. Oh, bases are loaded for the Rattlers on that base hit from Kolviatric. Giese goes to second, Wilson to third. And, man, it was just one of those, again, where runners had to double check to make sure it wasn't going to be caught. It was just enough in the air that you thought maybe center fielder Easton Lane could go ahead and make a play. But as a result, it's going to load the bases for third baseman Derek Nunez. 1 out and a big opportunity, down 3 runs to cut into that lead here. Derek lets that one go for a ball. 1-0. Derek getting an opportunity here. Kind of play his way in here. Hasn't had a lot of at-bats yet early in the season. And that ball gets away. Runner advances. There'll be a play at the plate, but no, he's there. Catcher couldn't pick it up, and the Rattlers get on the board for the first time. It is 3-1. Panthers, Rattlers finally get on.
Finally get on the score there. A mishap at the plate. That's just an easy run.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. So Wilson had a great lead, too, to make sure that if a ball got by, he was definitely going to score on it. So now Nunez with a 2-0 count, 2 runners in scoring position, a 3-1 game. And he's squaring around a bunt. That's going to bring the corners in. They're waiting to see if he sticks with it. He does, and he pulls back as that one was up at the face. Ball 3.
He actually called that one a strike.
Oh, they did get that one strike. I apologize. Yeah, 2-1.
Derek's been doing a great job of taking these pitches.
That's a swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And when you have the bases loaded like that, you might get your eyes wide, try and take a swing on the fences on your first few. But
yeah, he's doing a good job selecting what he wants to take a swing at. That bunt definitely brought the corners in, but then that pitch was up in his face. Although I guess it looked like he almost went around enough. And that one is there for a strike and the second out of the inning. I was kind of waiting to see the umpire's reaction there, but it was there. Strike three, Nunez goes down, 2 outs in the inning now, and the final hitter for the Rattlers in the lineup, shortstop Juan Munoz. So still an opportunity. We've gotten the one, certainly looking to get more.
Yeah, definitely a good start to get on the board here.
Pitcher looks in and gets the windup. The pitch. It is there for a strike. So Munoz falls behind 0-1. Giesi's at third. Viatric's at second. And here's the 0-1. That ball's fouled off 0-2. So Zimmerly, after a difficult start to the inning, has certainly found his place back. He got the strikeout of Derek Nunez before, and he's gotten ahead 0-2 to Munoz here.
Yeah, Munoz got to work back into this count now.
Got to protect the plate, so anything close. There's the 0-2. That one's low and in the dirt. 1-2.
Catcher didn't let that one go by him.
No. Here's the 1-2. Misses outside, and Munoz, being patient, has worked the count back to even 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, doing a good job of climbing against this count. Trying not to take anything rash, making his shot.
I mentioned Giesi at third. Giesi was the batter. Velasquez has taken his place as a pinch runner. Velasquez is at third. Viatric is at second. Here's the 2-2. Not there, and it's going to load the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Interesting thing here, we know the runners will be going, so you can get anything out in the outfield. It's going to score 2 and tie this ball game up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners will be going. Big moment early in the game. It's just the second inning, but it's a big moment in the game.
Yeah, when you have 2 guys in scoring position down 2, this is exactly what you're looking for.
And he hits that one off into right field. Reese Hatcher underneath it, calls for it, and has it. And the Panthers are able to end the inning. So the Rattlers get 1. They get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 2 on. And through 2 innings of play, the Panthers lead 3-1. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. And we're back at Rattler Field on the Rattler Up Network, ready for the top of the third. I'm here with Creek Ennis. I'm CJ Oden. I'm bringing you this live broadcast of the Rattler Up Network and the CTE Digital Communications Program. So, Creek, 2 innings of baseball under your belt. You've done a lot of firsts this year, right?
Oh, yeah, a lot of firsts.
Now, basketball, if I'm not mistaken, was your first foray, right, into this?
Yes, that was my first.
I'm kind of looking at, you've got the T-shirt on, kind of representing it, but you actually did a camp. Yes. For broadcasting, right? Can you tell folks about what you did before you started doing these Rattler Up games?
Yes, sir. So, yeah, this summer I had the opportunity to go down to the University of Texas and enroll in a kind of private communication and announcing camp. And I got to learn a whole bunch of what to do and how to do it. I got to speak to a whole bunch of great people. Fozzie Whitaker, former Texas running back, was up there as a speaker. So I got to learn a lot and set me up for this.
That's fantastic. Shortstop Logan Pargas up for the Panthers, and he hits the first pitch up. Second baseman, first baseman battling for it, and they collide. The ball drops. So Helgeson and Viatric kind of waving each other off, weren't able to make the communication happen, and the ball drops. It's going to be – we'll wait to see what the official score is. Runner reaches either way. So like you said, Logan Vargas, the shortstop for the Panthers, gets on, and that'll bring up their right fielder, Reese Hatcher. So at a camp like that, you get an opportunity to call games and kind of, you met people, but you're also seeing how it all works.
Yeah, you get to learn. You get to see a whole bunch of the behind the scenes stuff. You know, the things that Coach Wack does a great job of doing. But you also had to have the real life experience. We had the opportunity.
That pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0.
We had the opportunity to interview the female lady basketball players.
Okay.
So we had the job to interview them, and I got to meet a whole bunch of great people there. Didn't have the chance to call the game. There was about 80 kids there.
As Wilson steps off and checks the runner back to first. It is 1-0 to Reese Hatcher. But like you said, you had the opportunity to know that that's something you wanted to do, and then you had the chance with the basketball tournament. Is that when it misses inside ball too? So our recent Rattler basketball tournament, we had 15 games across 3 days, and that was where you really got to first finally cut your teeth doing it. And what was that? What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, that basketball was a great start to what I'd like to do, and it made me get comfortable, allowed me to just ease into it. You did a great job of helping me ease into it.
Oh, you were natural. As you see Coach Webb out to talk to Wilson here. Well, we've been excited to present that opportunity to kids like you. We've got 8th graders coming up and doing the program. We've got our broadcast booth set up outside. We were able to let people come in and kind of see the student production value and all those things. So it's been a really great opportunity, and we hope the kids will continue to join and be a part of it. And of course, for fans, we've talked before about grandparent in Michigan that had never got to watch their kid play, and they're getting to watch it on the Rattler Up Network now. It's such a cool opportunity. We're excited to bring that to you. So Webb went out to talk, and we got them all settled in. Pargas at first for the Panthers. Hatcher enjoying a 2-0 count here, top 3. They swing and a miss, gets the strike, evens the count, or moves the count to 2-1. So we'll talk a little bit more about some of the other opportunities that you've had so far, and a little bit more about what we've got coming up the rest of this spring season as the game continues. Another swing and a miss. Hatcher falls when it was ahead 2-0. Now he's allowed the count to 2-2.
Yeah, some great pitches there by Andrew Wilson to make this a 2-2 count, finding his rhythm on the bullpen.
Hatcher popped up to short in the first. Here's the 2-2. That one misses away. Looked like they might have been pitching out expecting a run there. So Pargas maybe a base-stealing threat at first, because that was definitely kind of a throwaway pitch in case the runner was going. It's loaded the count now. Hatcher lets that one go, but it's there. It's a strikeout. And this season, it is a Garcia's in Seguin Rattler strikeout. So Garcia's in Seguin, the sponsor of every single Rattler strikeout. And that one history's made right there. Yeah. Reese Hatcher, Andrew Wilson gets the first ever Garcia's Seguin Rattler strikeout. We're excited to see it. So there's one out in the inning. And now batting for the Panthers is the third baseman, Miguel Gonzalez. As a throw over to first is not in time.
Now we finally got one. We've been no stranger to full counts.
Yeah, we've been knocking on the door. Mm-hmm. I almost didn't want to tease it just in case anything happened. I know our Garcia's friends are watching, and they were excited to finally get one in there. So that one looked good. Umpire didn't like it, so we're going to mark that as a ball. And then you put a little side note in the scorebook that says you didn't agree with it. You can put that in the scorebook. It's okay. All right, 1-0. Panthers still with their runner at first. That pitch is there, evens the count at a ball and a strike. Gonzalez reached on a fielder's choice in the first, came around to score the Panthers' third run, and that's where they've been held. 3-1 here in the top of the third. Pargas at first. Here's the 1-1. That ball's hit third base. Throws at second is in time. Yes.
Got him.
So Derek Nunez makes the big throw from bag to bag, gets the lead runner at second. So they will basically trade out their runners there.
Yeah, trade runners for an out. It's a fair trade to
and
us.
Ryan Blair will be the batter, first baseman for the Panthers.
Blair had the double in the first inning.
Yeah, he got a hold of the one that he hit in that inning for sure. Wilson checking the runner at first. Likes the sign. And the pitch. Catches the outside corner for a strike. So the Panthers got Pargas on to lead off the inning, but a strikeout and a ground ball put them at 2 outs. Throw over to first, almost there. Ball gets away. Runner's going to make a play for it. Throw down to second is not going to be in time. So a pickoff move is not able to happen. The error will send the runner into scoring position. It was the second time that's happened, but then the first, if you recall in the first inning, the batter kind of slid through the bag, or in the second inning, we were able to get it. In this case, he does get to advance. So now Ryan Blair will have an 0-1 count, but a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And the pitch. Right near the face for a ball, 1-1.
Yeah, some unfortunate errors happening so far for the Rattlers. See how Webb gets his guys to be coached and get better.
Counts even at 1-1. Wilson checks the runner and delivers. Misses high, ball 2.
Yeah, that pitch got away from him.
Still 2 outs, looking to get out of this inning and not give up any runs. The 2-1. There's a curveball that looked like it might have caught the plate. Umpire says no, and Blair will get ahead 3 balls and a strike now.
Yeah, I think I'll make my little note on that
I would like to. I think I'm going to put my note on that one as well. That looked good to me. Here's the 3-1. Ground ball to short. Flipping over to first all the way. What a long throw stretch. And I'm looking for the call. No, he's saying he's there. What an incredible throw from Juan Munoz. He kind of teased like maybe he could catch up with the runner advancing from second. That hesitation may have been all that cost him. Had to then make the throw from the deepest part of the infield. And how about for about the second or third time now, Cole Viatric showing the flexibility, right? That
yeah,
stretch
I know. That is full
comes
range of
up
motion.
with it. So we almost get out of the inning. Instead, they're going to give him an infield hit on that one. So instead, the Panthers will have 2 runners on, 2 outs, and catcher Johnny Guzman batting. So this becomes a big part. Again, early in the game, top 3, it's hard to have massively important parts of games, but you want to hold this at 3-1, and this is a big chance for the Panthers to extend that lead. The Rattlers, of course, want to do everything they can to stop that, as that ball's in the dirt for a ball. Guzman grounded out in the first. Wilson started to settle in kind of at this part of the lineup, but Webb's going to come out and talk, and he is going to bring him out. So we're going to get a pitching change here at Rattler Stadium. So we'll go to commercial break while we settle in and find out the new pitchers, and we'll come back just after this break. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. We are back at Rattler Field. We are in the top half of the third. The Panthers enjoy a 3-1 lead. There are 2 outs. They've got 2 runners on, and the Rattlers go to the bullpen, and they're bringing in number 15 senior Ronnie Mendez Soto.
Yeah, Soto pitched a total of just over 2 innings, has a 0 ERA allowed, and has played in 2 total games so far.
2 strikeouts and a walk so far. Just needs to get 1 out. That's all we need right now to get us out of the inning here.
Quick change to get us all out of this inning is what we need.
Yeah, so the Panthers have been busy this inning. They reached on an error, but a strikeout and a ground ball got us out of that. But a fielder's choice and an error are how we've ended up with the runners on the corners for the Panthers. So Webb likes what he sees. He's brought in Mendez Soto. Ronnie, we called his name quite a bit last season as a part of our first season of broadcasting, right?
Yes, we did.
He's an Astros fan. I guess we can forgive it. Creek, who's your MLB team?
I can't lie to you. I don't
would hope
think
you
I
wouldn't.
have one.
Oh, so now I don't know if it's worse that you don't have one or if you had one and didn't like.
Well, I can
Like if you had the Cardinals, I'm a Cubs fan. I couldn't
I
couldn't have Cardinals. I guess I'd rather live with none than Cardinals.
I think if I were to root for someone because of the Seahawks and Cal Riley, I think I'd go Mariners.
Riley's great. Yeah, I think I could forgive you Mariners. I could give you that one.
I can get by with Mariners, and that's my favorite team.
All right, so Ronnie Mendez Soto in for the Rattlers. He will inherit a 1-0 count on the Panthers catcher Johnny Guzman. Runners at the corners. We're going to get this out. And a runner throw over to first. They've got the run down, and they're going to go ahead and go to the plate here instead. Run scores. Runner advances to second. So chaos, unfortunately, on the Bates pass. They had the runner in a run down, but because of the choice to go home, it was not in time. Run scored. 2 outs in the inning there. You might want to go ahead and just, if you get that runner in between, we're out of this.
Yeah, that's for you. The hesitation to home didn't make it in time, allowed for both runners to get where they wanted.
Swing and a miss there. Evens the count at 1-1 to Guzman. So, yeah, Miguel Gonzalez will come around to score, makes the score 4-1 Panthers. And Ryan Blair, who reached on a base hit, will now be at second for the batter, Johnny Guzman. And the pitch. And he hits that one into right field. Jack Vasquez charging and is on it. And he will get the 3rd out of the inning and end it for the Rattlers. But the Panthers will score 1 run on 1 hit, and they extend their lead to 4-1 as we go to commercial break. And we'll be back with more Rattler baseball on the Rattler Up Network. Welcome back to Rattler Baseball exclusively on the Rattler Up Network, the home for student-led communication and broadcasts of Rattler Nation games and events. We are here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. I'm joined by Creek Ennis, and we are looking for the Rattlers to get some runs on the board and get back in this ball game. They gave up 1 there. It was unfortunate, but we're looking to get something back, and we're going to be at the top of the lineup here with Elijah Ramirez, Charlie Helgeson, and Jack Vasquez. So the first inning didn't go the way those guys would like it to go, but they're going to get a chance for redemption.
Yeah, you've got to think they're liking this chance at redemption. Let up that run. Maybe fuel a little run here for the Rattlers.
Yeah, they're going to see Jacob Zimmerly, the Panthers pitcher, for the 2nd time.
Yeah, so everyone's had a crack at.
Yeah, they've seen what he's got. And leading off is our center fielder, Elijah Ramirez. He actually worked a full count and got a hold of a pitch. He hit it out into right field. So he saw a lot from Zimmerly. So we'll look to see if he can apply what he learned basically to go in and make some noise here in the bottom of the third.
And see if he can make another hit, which, like I said earlier, he leads the team in hits.
Yeah, Elijah's been putting the ball in the bat quite a bit this season. Earlier, well, this season is the Westlake tournament,
yes.
right? But he had a great Westlake tournament. He had a great last year as well. So he's definitely somebody that you rely on in the key situations as we get the first pitch outside for a ball. So Elijah, definitely somebody you want if you need a inning starter, you need a rally starter. That's why he's batting at the top of the lineup. Like I said, he's earned that spot at the top of the lineup for sure.
Yeah. Needing a hit, and you go to Ramirez.
That pitch is there for a strike. Creek and I are excited to have remembered that there were lights in the press box so we can actually see our score sheets now. The second inning was a little difficult for us because that ball is missing for a ball 2-1. We finally remembered we have electricity and everything. We're real fancy here. And we turn the lights on, we can see our score sheets and maybe be a little bit more accurate on the broadcast as that ball is grounded between short and third. Short gobbles it up to throw well over there, but beats it out. So Ramirez streaking down the line, and he'll get an infield base hit to start us off here in the bottom half of the third.
Yeah, like we were saying, Ramirez, the guy to go to for a hit, brings his total up to 9 on the season and sets up for a great inning ahead.
Yeah, Logan Pargas, you got to give it up to the Panthers shortstop. Made a great play on the ball, but man, Ramirez just too fast down the line, able to get there, and that'll bring up second baseman Charlie Helgeson for the Rattlers. Charlie struck out in the first inning. Watches that pitch for a strike. Charlie going to be selective here, but when he sees something he likes, if he gets a hold of it, the ball can go a long way. All right, Ramirez getting the lead at first. Throw over, doesn't get him. So Ramirez definitely displayed the speed on that ground ball. So they know, if they didn't know in the scouting report, they certainly know what they've got at first base now.
Yeah, Charlie, a known hitter, 4 runs, 4 hits, 4 RBIs. He's got 4s everywhere.
Takes that one high for a ball, 1-1. Jack Vasquez, the right fielder, on deck for the Rattlers to follow. So they're definitely taking their time. Got to keep an eye on Ramirez at first. They throw back over. That one a lot closer, but he's back in time.
Yeah, that went much closer than their previous attempts, but doing a great job of staying close to that bag and staying alert.
Yeah, Ramirez is trying to get as much. He's still getting into that first cut. So he's not been turned off by getting that lead. And that one misses high, ball 2. And something like this with Ramirez drawing that much attention from the pitcher, there's that much more that he's not paying attention to the pitch. And it may have resulted so far in falling behind 2-1 to Charlie. And that's a guy you don't want to fall behind because when you get to a place where you have to throw a strike, Charlie's going to be all over it. Yeah. Ramirez away at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. The throw is there. And on time, they get him. So Charlie swung through the pitch, and then the throw down gets him at second. And Ramirez is removed for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, we were just talking about how that leadoff trying to scare off the pitcher, but
well, he had a great lead, but I mean, the catcher did exactly what he needed to do. He made the throw exactly where it needed to be. Shortstop dug it up, got the tag, and now Helgeson will be 2-2 with 1 out, and he hits that ball down the third base line. Third baseman charges it, throws across the diamond, and gets it. Gonzalez to Blair, and boy, in just 2 pitches time, a runner on and no outs becomes a 2-out issue for the Rattlers. As their right fielder, Jack Vasquez, comes to the plate. Jack grounded a second in the first. Opportunity now to extend this inning a little bit longer. If he can get on base. He takes that first pitch for a strike.
we're having some technical difficulties, but our eyes work better than cameras.
We'll let you know what you're missing here. That pitch is high for a ball, 1 strike. our students get an opportunity, even when the cameras break, right? It's an opportunity to figure out how to fix it, how to get things back online. That ball's hit down the third base line, but foul. So Jack falls behind 1-2.
We're down on a count again. See how Vasquez can do to get up in this count.
Well, I will tell you, with the camera frozen there and the blackout there, I will say that watching those students in that booth fix these things, work with Coach Wack, it's been really incredible. As that pitch misses to go 2 balls, 2 strikes. And so, yeah, just knowing that they know, that's exactly what they're learning. It's like a real broadcast. Sometimes cameras go out. Sometimes connections are lost. And they go in and figure out exactly how to get it back online so we can bring the baseball to the fans. That ball is flared into right field. Reese Hatcher charging underneath it, but misses a step and it drops. So Jack Vasquez is going to reach as right fielder Reese Hatcher just – I don't know if he lost it. It was kind of lost in the lights, perhaps, or just.
It looked like him and the first baseman kind of got tangled up, and who was going to get it?
Yeah, first baseman Ryan Blair was definitely making his way out there to try to help, and unfortunately, that miscommunication for them, and fortunately for the Rattlers, does extend the inning. And Andrew Wilson, who started the game at pitcher, will now stay in as a designated hitter, and will be batting with a runner at first. Fouls that one straight back for a strike. Vasquez certainly a speed threat at first as well. I think Jack could definitely snag a bag if he needed to, but right now just need to get a ball in play and try to extend this inning. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's the 0-1. That ball's fouled way out of right field. It's 0-2 the count.
Yeah, Wilson, team leader. 4 different categories, like I said earlier, leads the team in bases off balls. So see what he can do here to get back up in this count after going down 0-2.
And he got a base hit in the second, came around to score. He scored the Rattlers' only run. Here's the 0-2. He hits that one into center field. Easton Lang calls for it. He's under it, and he's got it, and the side is retired. So the Rattlers leave a runner, fail to score in the bottom of the third, and we have played 3 here at Rattler Stadium, and the Panthers enjoy a 4-1 lead. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. The Panthers are batting with a 4-1 lead, and Creek has stepped out for us to be joined by San Marcos High School Assistant Principal Antonio Oquendo. Mr. Oquendo, thanks for joining us here on the Rattler Up Network.
Thank you for having me.
So, first pitch is hit deep to left field. Landon Munoz calls for it and makes the play. So 1 pitch, 1 out. So, Mr. Oquendo, we may keep you around because right now you're great luck. First, you've only been here for 1 pitch and we've already got an out the inning. That's exactly what we want.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Well, so you are new to San Marcos High School this year, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so tell us, what have been some of your first impressions of the kids, the community, the Rattler Nation?
The community has been amazing. I come from Austin Independent School District. However, coming to San Marcos ISD, it's been an amazing opportunity to have a chance to get to know the community, the kids, and most importantly, the teachers and the parents.
Well, I certainly have heard nothing but good feedback. Everybody seems to love having you. Here's the 0-1. That one misses for a ball, 1-1 to the second baseman for the Panthers, Sean Anderson. And so you talked a little bit about where you'd been before. So when you were in the classroom, when you were a classroom teacher, what are some of the things that you taught as a teacher?
Primarily, I taught 5th grade reading language arts, bilingual in a dual language.
Ground ball to short here. Munoz on it, throws across. It's high, but pulled down by Viatric. So great athleticism. He continues to show what he can do over there at the bag. And just like that, there's 2 outs in the inning. And I'm telling you, Mr. Oquendo, if you keep this up, we may just not ask Creek to come back.
Definitely.
So you were, sorry to cut you off there. So 5th grade English and what else?
Just 5th grade reading language arts in a bilingual dual program.
Okay, so center fielder Easton Lang for the Panthers up with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. And so that's such an incredible, as a secondary person myself, just that I know those elementary teachers, that is, you got to have the heart of a lion to be down in that. It's such a wonderful place for you to be in there and help them out as the batter goes 0-1. And so what is some of the things that some specific things you've seen that you've just really been impressed with so far as you've been kind of indoctrinated here into Rattler Nation?
I'm coming from a very large independent school district, having the opportunity to be in a school district where we only have 11 campuses, and you get to see and know everyone within the district. The superintendent comes to your school, everyone, whether from the district and everyone else. So it's a very good sense of community that we have here. Whereas if I was in another school district, it would have been too big and hardly would have seen each other at that point.
Well, you are the magic touch, because that is a Garcia's in Seguin strikeout, the second Garcia's Rattler strikeout of the game, and that will end the inning. So, Mr. Oquendo, we talked top 4th, but would you stay through the commercial break? We want to hear some more from you in the bottom of that inning. All right, well, we'll keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. We'll go to break. The Panthers lead 4-1, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Rattler Up Network, the exclusive home of all things Rattler Nation. We are in the bottom half of the 4th inning, and Landon Munoz, the left fielder for the Rattlers, will be leading it off. Rattlers find themselves down 4-1 as that ball is hit into left field. Jaramillo drifting over, kind of having a hard time in the wind. He can't find it. Runner will advance to second. Boy, that ball was hit a mile in the air. And unfortunately for the left fielder, just could not seem to figure out how to come down with it. And so just like that, Landon Munoz is on second base with a leadoff. They're going to probably go error 7 on that one. But either way, we get the leadoff runner on, and that brings up catcher Colson Giese. I am joined by assistant Principal Antonio Oquendo, and you got a 3-up, 3-down inning for your first inning in the game, and now we got a leadoff runner on second. I think that you may have sent Creek Innes out of a position here. All right, Colson looks for the signs. Here's the pitch. That one inside for a ball. So we were talking before the break to have come from such a large district, and you get the idea now that everybody everybody knows everybody. You love that small town feel. So what are some of the goals that you have that you'd like to make sure to accomplish, especially as we wrap up this first year with the team? If you'll hold off here, that foul ball goes just foul for 1-1. So in your first year, what are some things that you hope to accomplish and that you see at San Marcos High School?
So first and foremost, I've only been in that elementary scene, right? So coming into the high school secondary aspect, I've never experienced that. The last time I did that was back in 1994. So a lot of things have changed. Coming from a school where we only had roughly 220 kids for the whole elementary, whereas the kids that I supervise right now have
Swing and a miss, first strike.
nearly 475 kids just that I get to deal with on an academic and disciplinary fashion.
Right, in a building of about 2,300 is what we're sitting at, probably at the high school right now,
Yes. On my very first day, I walked 9 miles.
right? Oh my God, yeah. The Fitbit is put in over time. It's an assistant principal on that campus.
Yes.
As that pitch misses outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Colson Giese, the catcher. First baseman Cole Viatric will be on deck for the Rattlers.
So another thing is we had a campus where we only had 22 teachers overall for the whole elementary school.
Right.
So coming to a campus where we have over 300 staff, getting to know them because I am supporting them and their needs in their classrooms, right? So making sure that those connections are truly important.
Here's the 2-2 to Giese. He hits that one up. It looks like that is possibly playable for the catcher, and he does make the catch. Johnny Guzman able to hold on to it, and so Giese flies out to the catcher for the first out of the inning. Munoz will remain on second, and first baseman Cole Viatric will make his way to the plate. He got a base hit in the second, looking to do that to help close this 4-1 gap. So, Mr. Oquendo, we were excited in the CTE department. I know the CTE teachers were excited to have another person helping there. Blair Hartley, of course, has been the assistant principal for a long time in there. You joined him, and so what have been some of your first as you joined the digital communications team that's putting this broadcast on as an example, right? What are some of the things that you've seen that you've liked or you want to try to help in the CTE area?
To be very honest with you, when I first came up, I did not know what CTE was. So that was something that I was like, okay, I was given the explanation and knowing all the services that we are able to provide to all our students and to our community, right? We are getting kids ready for their next careers once they leave our campus. So making sure that I'm able to help those teachers, help our students, get them to be certified ready once they leave our campus.
Well, you've done a wonderful job of that. The team has certainly appreciated having you on here as Viatric faces the 1-1 count. Swing and a miss, 4 strike, 1-2. So what can you tell us a little bit about you personally? What about the man? Tell us a little bit about your what you're willing to share on a live broadcast on the Rattler Up Network so that the folks watching at home can learn a little bit more about one of their assistant principals.
I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, where I lived there for the first 9 years of my life. Baseball is something that as Puerto Ricans is something second nature to us. That's something that we watch, we grow, and we enjoy, part of our culture, part of our heritage.
So when assistant principals are signing up for game duty, I'm thinking you're grabbing as many baseball games as you can?
Yes, sir. Baseball and basketball are, again, something that, we didn't have soccer, we didn't have football in Puerto Rico. It was just baseball and basketball.
Wow. Well, you are in the right place because this has been exciting as the runner goes and that ball is hit to second base just enough to catch it and double him up on second. Another foot off the ground as it was just enough, and that will retire the side for the Rattlers. Well, Antonio Oquendo joined us here through the 4th inning. We really appreciate having you, and it sounds like if you're going to be on game duty a lot, we'll probably have you in some future games. Thanks for joining us on the Rattler Up Network.
Thank you very much.
All right, with that, the Rattlers continue to find themselves behind 4-1. We got 3 more innings to play, and we'll bring them all to you live here on the Rattler Up Network. Welcome back to the Rattler Up Network, the home for Rattler Nation events, exclusively on YouTube at the Rattler Up Network. We are in the top half of the fifth inning, and we really appreciate having Mr. Oquendo on in the fourth to learn a little bit about him, and we were excited to have him join us. So, Creek, you got to sit an inning out, but it was kind of cool to learn a little bit more. Even you had said it was nice to learn a little bit more about one of your APs, correct?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Getting to know more about the APs is always just a positive experience.
We've got a great team here at San Marcos High School taking care of these kids, and here's the first pitch of the fifth, and that'll go in there for a strike. Trip Robbins, the DH for the Panthers. He's 0 for 1 tonight. A walk in the first, ground ball out in the second as he takes that one for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. So now also we had mentioned that you don't know the APs that well, and I assume that was because you keep yourself out of trouble. Is that why you don't know your APs very well, Creek?
I think that's a good reason to not know my APs.
But I think now that you have established that, I think you need to go and find out, make that effort, right? Let's go learn about them. Don't wait for them to be profiled on the Rattler Up Network.
Don't just get in a little trouble for them.
No, I think you just go into the office, shake a hand. Never know as that ball misses. I know that ball is going to be there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You're going to need a reference letter down the road, right? You go down to Mr. Oquendo, you get a little recommendation letter from him.
Yes, always an opportunity.
So Trip Robbins, the DH for the Panthers, leading off the fifth here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Panthers enjoy a 4-1 lead. And that is a swing and a miss. And it is a Garcia-Seguin Rattler strikeout, the third of the game. Garcia's in Seguin, our strikeout sponsor this year for Rattler Baseball. Thank you for joining us on the air, and thank you for another Garcia's Seguin Rattler strikeout. Exciting time there. 1 out in the inning, and that'll bring up shortstop Logan Pargas. Logan walked and came around to score in the first, reached on an error in the third. And he gets ahead 1-0 to start here. So, Creek, besides assistant principals, you've got at least 8 teachers across 8 periods. So, what teacher do you want to send a shout out to? Besides Coach Wack, he kind of.
Oh, we don't get to we don't count Coach Wack?
He deserves it,
yes.
But since he's on this broadcast, and we're going to thank him multiple times for the amazing work he does with CT Digital Communication Program. But is there another teacher out there that you're just thinking, man, I'm doing a great job in that class? Or let's strategize here. What class are you struggling in?
Ooh.
And this is the one you need the shout out for. So play this well, Creek, and I'm giving you live TV time now to thank a teacher back at San Marcos High School.
Well, on that note, Mr. Tenario.
What wonderful teacher.
Oh, absolutely amazing. I love the guy.
He's the kind of guy that if your grade is very close, like an 89, he goes ahead and tries to round it to a 90. He's that kind of generous soul.
Yes, absolutely. And Mr. John, I know you weren't here today and didn't quite get all the work finished in class. So maybe this shout out can push the edge a little bit.
All right. Well, Pargas reaches on a walk. So that will bring up right fielder Reese Hatcher as Creek Innes continues to beg for a higher grade in his math class. What class is that with Mr. Tenorio that you have this year?
That's pre-calculus.
Pre-calculus. That is a class I do not want anything more to do with.
Yeah, no.
As the right fielder Reese Hatcher for the Panthers comes on with 1 out and a runner at first. Reese is 0 for 2 tonight. There's a ground ball to second base. He's going to be able to scoop it up, go to first. It pulled Charlie Helgeson far to his left, so the double play got out of the inning, but he went ahead and got the sure out at second. And so there will be 2 outs in the inning for third baseman Miguel Gonzalez. Miguel Gonzalez has reached on a fielder's choice in both of his at-bats and came around to score in both of his at-bats. So we're looking to put him away and get out of this inning here in the fifth and preserve just the 4-1 deficit. That curveball just misses. There might be another note there, Creek.
Just another note there.
That one, I'm not even going to say it was inside or high because I don't know where it missed, but we're calling it a ball, 1-0. Ronnie Mendez Soto, the pitcher for the Rattlers. That one's fouled to the screen, 1-1.
And I do have one more shout out. Another teacher, Miss Smith, Thank
right.
you also for watching this broadcast. She tunes in to a lot of my games to hear me talk. And
That's
she's
awesome.
been amazing to support me in my journey so far.
Well, that's great to hear. We hope that she's hearing her mentioned, and the thank you that is certainly heartfelt there. So 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. A ball's hit into the air. Viatric under it, calls it, and gets it for the third out of the inning. So the Panthers are held scoreless. We've played 4.5 here at Rattler Field. The Panthers lead 4-1. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. We are back on the Rattler Up Network. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning. The Panthers lead 4-1. And for the Rattlers, the 8-9-1 slot in the lineup, Derek Nunez, Juan Munoz, and Elijah Ramirez will be in charge of trying to close this 3-1 gap. Panthers got 3 in the first and tacked on another one in the third. The Rattlers, Andrew Wilson came around to score in the second to get the 1 run for the Rattlers, as Nunez sees that one go by for a strike.
And Nunez took the strikeout earlier in the second inning, looking to work off of that. That one looked to go outside for a ball, making a 1-1 count.
And that one's there, so 1-2. Derek trying to be selective here and make sure he sees exactly what he wants to see. Get one out. Second baseman playing a little close to the bags. There's some room up the middle for him. Here's the 1-2. Holds up. They appeal down to first. He says he did not swing, so we'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, good job being selective there. Didn't want to get the full swing in.
He flips that one over to right, and it's foul, so we'll do 2-2 again.
Sent a souvenir to the dugout.
All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the fifth. Here's the pitch, and that one hit up out of play. It's going to go to the stands. Heads up in the crowd. Foul ball. So Derek Nunez fighting him off here. This is exactly what you do with a 2-strike count, right?
Yeah, just keep fighting off, stay alive, take some pitches.
We'll do 2-2 again. Misses for a ball, so we get a full count and a big opportunity here for Derek Nunez.
Yeah, another full loaded count for Derek.
Oh, and that one up and in, almost got him. Either way, it's ball 4, so he will head to first base, and the leadoff runner is on as shortstop Juan Munoz makes his way to the plate. Pinch runner coming in.
Juan Munoz with a total of 4 RBIs and 5 bases on balls. No stranger to taking pitches. He's going to be selective if he is there.
Takes that one for a ball, 1-0. Squares around a bump. It takes it back. Throw down to first. Not in time. So they're definitely worried about the leadoff runner here.
Yeah, they've seen enough attempted steals to always be careful of that.
Yeah, base running definitely been a big part of this game today for both sides. Center fielder Elijah Ramirez due up for the Rattlers next. Hopefully with 2 runners on, if Munoz can get one in play here. Squares around a bunt. Takes that one for a strike, 2-1.
Juan Munoz with a 2-0 count. Tries to throw him off at first again. No good. Runners staying faithful to being on base. Zimmerly trying to work back into the count. That one hit off the bat right into the net. It'll be a foul ball. Makes it a 2-1 count. Jacobs staying wary of the first baseman. Throws the pitch, and it is low. It'll be ball 3. Juan Munoz, like I said, likes to take pitches, likes to get on base any way he can. That one is grounded, caught by the third baseman, got him at second. Couldn't get in time for first, so it'll be an out at second, moves the runner to first as Munoz grounds that one, so it'll be our first out of the inning. And up comes Elijah Ramirez for the Rattlers. Elijah Ramirez now has 9 hits on the season after getting the hit earlier in the 3rd inning. That one's high. Be a ball 1. That one just inside the box makes it a 1-1 count. Pitch is up, hit off the bat, and it'll be popped up to second. Got to first. He dropped the ball, so he won't get him at first. But a pop out to second. Be the second out of the inning from Elijah Ramirez, and up to the bat will become Charlie Helgeson for his 3rd at bat. Charlie not gotten on base yet, looking to do so here. Charlie's first pitch will be outside for a ball, and Charlie Helgeson already committed to Jefferson Community College, where he looks to play baseball further down the road. That pitch hit off, and it'll be another foul ball, makes it a 1-1 count. Zimmerly trying to get these outs as fast as he can. That one hit deep right. Trying to get under it. He does. The right fielder, Reese Hatcher, gets under that one, resulting in the third out. And that'll do it for this fifth inning. And I'd like to send you to commercial break and keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. Welcome back to Rattler Up Network. We are now top of the sixth inning. It'll be the Medina Valley Panthers up to bat. Coming in will be Miguel Gonzalez. Miguel Gonzalez leads the team with hits with 7, also has 7 RBIs and a team-high 3 stolen bases. So if he gets on base, it'll be a problem for the Rattlers as he is no stranger to being able to do the bag work. Soto still pitching for the Rattlers. Done a great job so far. No runs allowed. In the 5th inning, he went 3 up, 3 down. He's actually now had 2 straight innings of 3 up, 3 down. Some great pitching by Soto. Has allowed a 0 ERA all season. Soto now up the pitch. That one, little low, be ball 1, 1-0 count. That one hit deep left, running back to get it, and he does. That's left fielder Landon Munoz for the Rattlers to pick up that out. It'll be the first out of the inning. And now up comes Ryan Blair for the Panthers. Blair, a great defensive player, also has a .400 batting average. And earlier in this one, he's gotten on base both times he's been up to bat. That one a ball, 2-0 or 1-0 count. That one off the catcher's glove. It is outside, 2-0 count now. That one inside for strike 1, a 2-1 count. Soto doing a great job of working back in the count. Got another one in there. Strike two. 2-2 count. Soto has him on the ropes again. That one hit foul ball. It'll stay a 2-2 count. Soto's done a magnificent job pitching thus far. That one hit over the second baseman, gets past him, and it'll be a double. Throwing to second, can't get him. Ball will roll to third, but no more issues. A double there from Ryan Blair. That's Soto's first pitch that does not result in an out for the Rattlers. Our first at-bat. That's Blair's second double of the game. He had one earlier in the first inning. And now up to bat is Johnny Guzman for the Panthers. Soto, that one's hit in the same exact spot. Runner scores for the Panthers. He's going to stay at first. It'll result in a single with a runner scoring from second. So Blair gets all the way around quickly, makes our score 5-1, and Guzman will stay on first. Up now to bat is Alano Jaramillo for the Panthers. We've got an empty count. Tries to throw him off at first. It's unsuccessful. Yet to pick off someone. That pitch, a swing and a miss, and it'll be a 0-1 count for Soto. That one hit left. Go! The diving grab from the Rattlers. What a play by the center fielder, Elijah Ramirez, to make the diving catch. It'll keep Guzman at first, and it'll be the second out of the inning for the Rattlers. Sean Anderson now up to bat for the Panthers. Sean Anderson, a 100 batting average so far. In this game, he's hit a single. That one a strike. Running to second. He got there, so he steals second. But it'll be a strike for Anderson, so an 0-1 count. Anderson, runner at second, 2 outs in the inning. Tried to steal third. He got past him. He stays at third. Wanted to steal home. Coach advised him not to. So they steal third. Coach is going to call a meeting at the mound, and we're going to send you to a quick commercial break as Webb gets his guys together. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. Welcome back to the Rattler Up Network. It's going to be a pitching change for the Rattlers. They're working out number 20, Javion Baez, to come and pitch for the Rattlers, as Soto did a great job, went 3 up, 3 down in 2 straight innings. Coach Webb finally decides it's time to put in a new arm. Javi looking to have similar success. With only 1 more out remaining in this inning, Javi's trying to get us to the last inning. Javion so far this season, 3 innings pitched. He has a win. He's had 1 strikeout and 1 base on ball. He's played in 3 separate games so far for the Rattlers. Webb making sure he gets what he likes. Coach Webb decides it's time, so it'll be Javi to pitch for the Rattlers, needing 1 more out. Up to bat for the Panthers is Sean Anderson. Panthers, a guy on third base, looking to drive him in. Javi looking to fend off the Panthers one last time before we get to the last inning. Got a 1-1 count. That one be high, making it 2-1. Javi's pitch is high, 3-1 count. Javi's got to work back into this count. Sean Anderson looking to get back on base. That one got the strike. Wanted the ball. Didn't get it. He's going to have to retrieve his bat. 3-2 count now. A full count for Anderson. See how he wants to approach this. Javi, 1 more pitch away from sending it to the bottom. That one outside, and it'll be ball 4 as Sean Anderson will go to first base. Johnny Guzman still on third. Runners now on first and third. Up to bat now is Easton Lang for the Panthers. Batter steps out for time. Hobby's pitch is high, trying to steal second. Got there, so runners will now be on second and third. That one came pretty easy for the Panthers. And Coach Webb is going to call time once again. So Webb will talk it over. We'll be back after a short commercial break. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. Welcome back to Rattler Up Network. Webb decided another pitching change will commence. Webb trying to get his perfect lineup for these last couple of pitches. In now is number 8, Kane Hernandez, to try and finish this one out. Kane Hernandez has pitched a total of 1 inning so far. He's only played in 1 game and got a strikeout in that lone inning. Kane Hernandez, a multi-sport athlete, also played quarterback for the Rattlers. So lots of arm talent on him. Up to bat is Lang still. We've got an empty count. That one hit deep. Center fielder gets under it, and that'll do it for the 3rd out of the top of the 6th. Got under that one. And we'll be right back after a short commercial break. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. Welcome back to the Rattler Up Network. We'll have the Medina Valley Panthers pitching now to the Rattlers. Rattlers find themselves down 4 so far. They've still had 2 more half of innings to try and put some runs on the board. Up to bat should be at number 4, Elijah Ramirez. Sorry, excuse me, number 6, Jack Vasquez will be up to bat. Well, up to bat is number 2, Alonzo. That one outside for a ball. Another ball, 2-0 count now. That one gets the strike, makes it 2-1. Alonso has not had a bat all season. This will be his first. That one gets strike 2, 2-2 count. That one outside makes it full. So the first at-bat for Alonso will be a full count. Pressure's all on him now. See if he likes to swing and have the green light, or see if this one will get him on base and a walk. It's outside, so it'll be ball 4, and it'll get Alonso at base in his very first at-bat of the season. San Marcos now with a guy on base. Up to bat now should be number 5, Andrew Wilson. Panthers call time. We'll have a little meeting. We'll send you to a short commercial break. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. Welcome back to Rattler Up Network. The Panthers in that break have made a pitching change. So it'll be a new pitcher, number 20. That is Jake Stroud for the Panthers to come and close this one out. Up to bat for the Rattlers, number 5, Andrew Wilson. He scored the Rattlers' lone run in this game. Hoping to have a similar performance here. Try and get the Rattlers back into this one. Like I've said, Andrew Wilson spends most of his time on base with a 6.47 time on base and a 700 slugging, which leads the team. So Wilson, no stranger to getting on base and hitting. That one hits Wilson in his first pitch, so that'll advance him to first, and Alonso will move to second. So Wilson got hit on the first pitch of the game from Jake Stroud. That was a good job by Wilson to stand in there and take that hit, take the easy base, keep it living. No outs so far for the Rattlers, and a guy on first and second. Empty count for Landon Munoz. An 0-1 count now. Goes for the bunt. That one will foul off. So an 0-2 count. Stroud now ahead of the count. Trying to stay afloat here. They haven't had an out yet. That one hit left, but it'll be a foul ball. All the runners will retreat back to their base. It'll stay an 0-2 count. And it'll be back to Stroud to pitch. And actually, up to bat, that's number 21, Nathan Velasquez. That one tries to pick him off at first. Does get it. They got him at first, they say. So it's going to send Wilson to the dugout, and that'll be the first out for the Panthers. That was a ball for Velasquez, so a 1-2 count. That one hit high. No one able to come down with it over the net, so it'll stay 1-2. Number 21, Velasquez, trying to get back on base after they had Wilson picked off at first in a questionable call. Pitcher had to tie his shoes, but he's ready now. Alonso still at second. Stroud's pitch is through, and a swing and a miss from Velasquez will get the second out of the inning. And now into bat, number 25, Colson Giese for the Rattlers. Giese managed to get all the way to third base back in the second inning. That one hit short left, got by the third baseman. The throw is there, and that'll do it for the sixth inning. We move to the top of the seventh. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. Welcome back to the Rattler Up Network. We now begin our seventh and final inning of the game. San Marcos finds himself down 4 to the Medina Valley Panthers. And up to bat for the Panthers will be Trip Robbins. Okay, we are looking that we are going to lose all cameras shortly. We'll still have the 7th inning. We have our eyes. They're better than the cameras. And now joining me back, Mr. Odom.
Just in time for the cameras to go out. But that's okay. We're going to bring you the 7th inning, even if we describe the action. Creek, you're doing a wonderful job. Appreciate you being on a step in there as I stepped out to handle some stuff to help out the team there.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And now we're on camera. How did that happen? Welcome to the press box at Rattler Stadium.
Yeah, welcome.
Why don't you give us an update as we head into the 7th inning? What are we facing here, Creek?
Okay, so San Marcos finds himself down 4. They'll be pitching to Trip Robbins, and Kane Hernandez is now the pitcher for the Rattlers after a few pitching changes that happened through the 5th and 6th innings.
So Trip Robbins, the DH, will lead off. And who I'm catching up as well. Who's on the mound for the Rattlers again?
Kane Hernandez.
All right, Kane making his way to the mound now.
Yeah, it's number 8, Kane. Multi-sport athlete, also plays quarterback for the Rattlers right over there in the big stadium. That one popped up and easily caught by the first baseman, Cole Vietrick.
So Cole Vietrick catches the first out. Again, the key here, keep that 5 from moving on that board, right? 5-1 is the worst we want to do going into the 7th, and we know what we're going to have to do to come back. So 1 out in the 9th or in the 7th, exactly where we want to be. As Creek continues as the play-by-play man, as you've been put into action, we appreciate you there. Cameras are, again, giving us some issue. I don't know what the cold weather tonight is doing. It's a little chilly now that the sun's gone down here at Rattler Stadium.
That one, a swing and a miss. It'll be a 1-1 countout for Logan Pargas.
Looks like we actually have Reese Hatcher up. I think we were 1 off. Looks like Logan was our leadoff, and now Reese Hatcher is up for the Panthers. 2-1 count to Hatcher.
That one got just inside. It'll be a 2-2 count now. It was a good job by Kane to get ahead of the count there.
In the 3rd inning, Reese Hatcher was our very first historic Garcias in Seguin Rattlers strikeout victim.
A big swing and a miss will result in the 2nd out of the 7th inning.
And it's another Garcias in Seguin Rattler strikeout. So just as we call it from the 2nd inning, we get another one. So a Garcias Seguin Rattler strikeout. We appreciate their sponsorship of Rattler Baseball for every Rattler strikeout all season long.
Kane Hernandez doing a great job of trying to get out of the 7th inning. That one popped up deep center field. And the catch is made once again by Elijah Ramirez. And that'll do it. A quick 3 up, 3 down in the 7th inning. We'll send you to a quick commercial break. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network. Welcome back to Rattler Up Network. One more half of an inning to go. San Marcos trying to claw their way back into this one. Down 4 runs. Now hitting for the Rattlers will be Cole Vietrick. The
7, 8, 9 in the lineup is who will have the fate of the Rattlers on here.
Yeah, fate of the Rattlers in the hands of the 7, 8, 9.
Goviadric, Derek Nunez, and Juan Munoz. So 5-1 lead for the Panthers. And it actually looks like it's going to be number 7, Derek Nunez will be the starting to lead off for the Rattlers. Is that? No, I'm sorry. I do have that wrong. It is Viatric. My apologies. So Cole to lead us off to get us started here in the 7th.
That pitch will be a strike. It'll be start us off 0-1.
Cole tied for the lead in RBI with 6. He's got 2 doubles this year. Boy, this would be the time to get that 3rd double for the Rattlers.
That pitch so low, it'll be a 1-1. Viatric being selective about these pitches as he should.
Such a huge first batter, right? You know, you've got that 5-1 deficit. You got to bring some guys around. You get that leadoff runner on. It gives you a chance.
Yep, and that one hit right over the second baseman, and he will get on base a single for Viatric.
That's exactly what they needed. It's such a crucial part of the strategy. If you're going to put up 4 in the 7th, you got to get the leadoff guy on.
You got to get the leadoff guy.
Great job by Cole there to get us started here in the 7th.
Yeah, Viatric did a great job to get on base. His second time this game. And now up to bat.
We got we'll have a change here. This particular jersey combination is a little bit difficult to see the numbers on.
That'll be number 16, Judah Diaz in the game now for the Rattlers.
All right, so opportunity here.
On here.
All right, that ball gets by, and it hit him.
It hit him, so that'll send Diaz to first base. It'll move Viatric to second. So we've got 2 guys on base now.
So 2 runners on. Opportunity for the Rattlers here. First and second, no outs.
The pitch from Stroud.
Took its time there, getting his signs.
That one will be strike 1 for the Panthers.
Just exactly the way you want the 7th inning to go, as they're trying to keep Viatric close at second.
That one low. It'll be ball 1-1 count. Yeah, exactly what you were saying. This is your perfect scenario. You have a quick 1-2 guys on base, man in scoring position.
We're going to get a pinch runner here. Looked like number 1 entering the field there to take place at second base.
And now hitting is number 9, Caden Miranda for the Rattlers.
So 2 runners on for Caden here.
We've got a 1-1 count. Stroud making sure his surroundings are safe. That one's up and
fouled back out of play. It's going to land here right on top of us at the press box. Luckily, we're protected.
Yeah, thank goodness. So it'll be a 1-2 count.
From here, we go back to the top of the order with Elijah Ramirez. So huge opportunity here.
Yeah, they've got to get to the top of the batting order to try and make this final push at a win. That one low. It'll be a 2-2 count.
And Nunez at first, really kind of trying to get that lead. Advance as fast as he can on a ground ball. Lots of space open on the right-hand side as the second baseman's having to keep the runner on at second. Swing and a miss.
Swung and missed by Caden Miranda. It'll be the first out for the Rattlers, and it'll move to Elijah Ramirez at the top of the order to finish this one.
All right, Elijah batting from the left-hand side. We talked about it earlier in the game. 8 hits coming into the game.
Made it 9
Got
this
another one in the third.
Stroud, being the closer for the Panthers, already got 2 guys on base.
That ball's hit up the middle.
Right up the middle. Got past the second baseman. He's going home. Safe for the Rattlers.
A run scored, so if it's going to happen, it's got to happen with this. You got to start somewhere, and that's exactly what happened there. So base hit right up the middle. Runner comes all the way around from second to score, and it is a Rattlers now trail only 5-2. So a base hit for Ramirez. Runners on first and second now for Charlie Helgeson.
Charlie Helgeson, not gotten on base yet, looking to change that here. That one got in the strike zone. It'll be an 0-1 count.
Charlie, with 400 on base percentages this season in this young season, so definitely knows his way on getting onto base.
That one will be inside. It'll be ball 1-1 count.
He's got 4 RBIs on the season. Love to tack a couple of more onto those as we continue to cut into this Panther lead.
Yeah, just continue to slice away at this ever-slightening lead. Swung in, missed that. It'll be a 1-2 count.
One and two, big pitch here.
Yeah, got to get ahead of the count. Stroud's pitch is swung in, missed that from Helgeson. It'll be the second out. Runners at first and second.
So 2 outs, and it'll come down to Jack Vasquez, the right fielder. He's certainly a guy you want in a situation like this. He's driven in 3 this season, scored 6, came into the game batting .545.
It'll actually be Juan Alonso in there.
Oh, we got a batting change. Sorry about that.
Yeah, he came in here earlier, got on base for the Rattlers. Made his way to second.
So he's been able to do so early on. Finds himself behind in the count, 0-1.
Yeah, 0-1 count. Stroud's pitch is outside. It'll be 1-1. Alonso doing a great job of taking those pitches. He got a full count in his first at-bat and took that final ball to get on base, made his way to second. That one is a strike. Gonna make another note.
Definitely a note strike.
1-2.
1 and 2. One final pitch, unless the Rattlers can keep it alive here. If he's able to, the DH Andrew Wilson waits on deck.
Alonso carrying the weight of the Rattlers. The 1-2 pitch from Stroud. And they're going to call time. Try and make sure he's fully ready for this final possible pitch. We'd like it to not be the last pitch.
Yeah, drive 1 and play, score 2 here.
Yeah, that's our goal. Stroud's pitch is a strike, and that'll do it in this one. Our final score, Medina Valley 5, San Marcos Rattlers 2.
So Creek, they definitely tried to make it a game there. We got one back in the 7th, but boy, that first inning ends up coming out back to bite you. It ends up being the difference in the game, right? 3 runs in the first, and the Panthers are able to put it away as the Rattlers come back to get 2, but just not enough. So 5-2, the final score. Creek, what are your takeaways from your first ever broadcaster as a baseball in a baseball game.
Yes, much fun. Got to do some of it by my own. Unfortunately, we didn't get the win, but I did get to learn so much, especially from you. Thank you for teaching me how to get up to code with this.
Well, the secret language of baseball scorekeeping, right?
Yeah,
That's its language unto its own. And we're even going to put you on TV, Creek.
Good. One last time for the
Creek, why
camera.
don't you send us on out as we wrap it up here at Rattler Stadium?
All right. Well, thank you for watching. I'm Creek Ennis. I was joined here today by Mr. Odom. Keep it here on the Rattler Up Network.